The year is 2026. The world's eyes turn to Milan and Cortina d'Ampezzo, Italy, for the Winter Olympics. Amidst the snow-capped peaks and the roar of the crowd, one story stands ready to be written, one rivalry set to ignite the ice once more. This is more than a game. This is USA versus Canada. A battle for bragging rights, for national pride, for Olympic gold. This is the story of a rivalry that defines a sport. Hockey. It's a game of speed, skill, and sheer force of will. But in North America, it's something more. It's a birthright. For Canada, it's a national identity, woven into the fabric of their culture from frozen ponds to gleaming NHL arenas. For the United States, it's a story of ambition, of a relentless drive to challenge the masters at their own game. And when these two titans meet on Olympic ice, the world stops to watch. To understand the weight of 2026, we have to go back. Let's rewind to 2010. Vancouver. The pressure was immense. Canada, playing on home soil, was expected to win. The USA, a talented and hungry young team, was determined to play spoiler. The group stage match was a shocker. The Americans, led by the brilliant goaltending of Ryan Miller, stunned Canada with a 5-3 victory. The Canadian nation held its breath. Had the crown slipped? But this is Canada we're talking about. They didn't panic. They regrouped, battled through the knockout rounds, and set up the ultimate rematch in the gold medal game. The tension was unbelievable. The game was a classic, back-and-forth affair. With just 25 seconds left in regulation, the USA's Zach Parise scored, tying the game and sending it into overtime. The hearts of an entire nation sank, while American hopes soared. And then it happened. The moment etched into hockey history. Iggy. Sidney Crosby called out. Jerome Eganlaw sent the puck to him, and Crosby, the chosen one, slipped it past Ryan Miller. The golden goal. Canada erupted. A collective sigh of relief and a roar of triumph echoed from coast to coast. For the USA, it was heartbreak. So close, yet so far. The seeds of a modern Olympic rivalry were firmly planted. 4 years later, Sochi 2014, the stage was set for revenge. Both teams were stacked with superstars, a who's who of the NHL. The semifinal matchup felt like the true gold medal game. This time, it wasn't a high-scoring thriller. It was a tactical, defensive masterpiece, a chess match on ice. For 2 periods, neither team could break through. The goaltenders, Carey Price for Canada and Jonathan Quick for the USA, were like impenetrable walls. Then, early in the second period, Jamie Benn tipped a J. Bouwmeester shot into the net. 1-0, Canada. And that was it. For the rest of the game, Canada put on a defensive clinic. They suffocated the American offense, blocking shots, clogging passing lanes, giving them nothing. The final horn sounded. 1-0. Canada advanced and would go on to win another gold medal. For the Americans, it was another crushing defeat. Outplayed, outstrategized, and sent home empty-handed. The sting of this loss was different. It wasn't a last-second heartbreaker. It was a slow, methodical dismantling. The years that followed were a cold winter for this rivalry on the Olympic stage. The NHL decided its players would not participate in the 2018 and 2022 games. It was a blow to the sport and to fans who lived for these best tournaments. The Olympics went on, but the magic wasn't the same. The USA-Canada showdowns were missing their superstars, their defining intensity. It left a void, a question hanging in the air. When would we see the Giants clash again? Now, the wait is over. The NHL is back for 2026, and the landscape has changed. A new generation has arrived. For the United States, this is their moment. A golden generation of talent has emerged, arguably the deepest and most skilled pool of players they have ever produced. Players like Austin Matthews, a scoring machine. Jack Hughes, a dynamic, electrifying playmaker. The Kachuk brothers, Matthew and Brady, who combine elite skill with a gritty, in-your-face style that drives opponents crazy. On defense, a trio of young superstars. Quinn Hughes, Adam Fox, and Charlie McAvoy, all capable of controlling the game from the blue line. This isn't just a good team, it's a potential dynasty. They are young, they are fast, and they are hungry. They carry the weight of the Vancouver and Sochi losses, not as their own, but as a national debt they are determined to repay. They're not just hoping to win, they expect to. But let's not forget who they're facing. This is Canada, the reigning, defending masters of the game, and they have a new king. Connor McDavid, the best player in the world, a generational talent whose speed and skill defy belief. He'll be joined by his partner in crime, Leon Draisaitl, Oilers teammate, and a supporting cast that is the envy of the world. Nathan MacKinnon, a human wrecking ball with breathtaking speed. Sidney Crosby, the hero of 2010, now the veteran leader, the calming presence, seeking one last taste of Olympic glory. And on defense, Cale Makar, a player who is revolutionizing the position with his offensive creativity and flawless skating. Canada's depth is legendary. They can roll 4 lines that would be first lines on almost any other national team. They aren't just a team. They are a juggernaut. They carry the pressure of a nation that accepts nothing less than gold. So the stage is set for an epic collision in Milan. It's a classic story. The established powerhouse versus the brilliant young challenger. Experience versus youthful exuberance. The cerebral, defensive style of Canada against the high-flying, offensive firepower of the USA. Think of the matchups. McDavid and MacKinnon flying down the ice against the smooth-skating American defensemen. Austin Matthews trying to find a sliver of space against a suffocating Canadian defensive system. Matthew Tkachuk trying to get under the skin of the Canadian veterans, and you know they'll be happy to push right back. And in goal, it's a wide-open question. Will it be a veteran star or a young phenom who steps up to steal the show? In a tournament this short, a hot goalie can change everything. This isn't just about 2 teams. It's about 2 different philosophies of hockey, 2 national identities clashing on the ice. For the United States, a win would be a coronation. The definitive statement that their program has not only arrived, but is now the new standard. It would be a validation for years of development and a celebration for a generation of fans who have waited for this moment. For Canada, a win would be a reassertion of their natural order. A reminder to the world, and especially to their neighbors to the south, that the throne is still theirs. That even with the rise of American talent, the heart of hockey still beats strongest in the Great White North. A defeat on this stage to this rival is simply unthinkable. The pressure will be astronomical. Every pass, every shot, every save will be scrutinized by millions. Legends will be made and hearts will be broken. It's the kind of drama that only the Olympics can provide. 12 years of waiting, 12 years of what-ifs, will all come down to 60 minutes of hockey. Or maybe, just maybe, it will come down to one single electrifying moment in overtime. One golden goal that will define a legacy, shape a narrative, and be remembered for generations. USA versus Canada. The new generation. The old guard. Revenge, redemption, pride. It's all on the line in 2026. The world will be watching. You won't want to miss it. This is more than a game. This is history. Thanks for watching. If you're as excited for the 2026 Olympics as we are, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more deep dives into the greatest rivalries in sports. Let us know in the comments who you think will take home the gold. We'll see you next time.